Yo, check it out. Get on point with HumbleShooter. We got Will the Third back in the building once again. How you doing, Will?
Good, man. Blessed to be here. Blessed for another day.
Man, you've been working. You're here because you're debuting your new project, Plan A Part 2. Man, is this like the third project within like 1 year?
Yeah, it is. My first project was Coltrane. I did that like a little warm up. I sampled John Coltrane, a little 5 track, and then I did Plan A about 2, 3 months ago. I think I dropped it in April. So this Plan A Volume 2.
Plan A Volume 1, it had 15 tracks on there.
Yes, sir.
Does this project have 15?
No, this only has 9 because that's all I had. It was supposed to be 10, but when I was getting my tracks together, the last one wasn't ready, so I said I just put it on the third one. So this one has just 9.
You know, 9 is a sacred number, and it's an angel number. It means completion or fulfillment. You know, so
I didn't know that.
so yeah, I mean, you know, it was probably just God's plan to just leave it at 9. You know.
Crazy. I didn't even know.
What's different about this project than the last project, since it's titled the same thing but Volume 2?
I say what's different is just I didn't put too much thought into this one. This one I let it just flow naturally. The first one I felt like I was trying to prove something, and I just feel like you don't need to go into anything trying to prove nothing to nobody but yourself. So this is still Plan A. It could still be the same plan, but you can still execute a different way. So this one I just wanted to have fun with it and not think too hard. Like when I was doing these, I was making them probably in like 5-10 minutes. But I wouldn't finish them, but I'd start them. It'd take me 5-10 minutes, and I'd go to the next one. So I was probably doing like 2 a day. I just wanted that, like I said, just have fun with it.
So Plan A, like, how did you even come up with the concept Plan A?
Because, I'm at a point in my life, I'm still figuring out. I'm still figuring my life out and what I want to do. But I know for a fact, producing and providing for my family off music is something I want to do, and that's the only thing. I put so much time and effort in this. It wouldn't even make sense to entertain anything else. So like, and I've had people tell me, okay, it's cool to do this, but you need to have a plan B or C. And I just felt like, what's the point of having the plan B or C if you know that plan A gonna work? It's no time on it, but at the same time, I got to get to it. But I just know for a fact, plan A is this all I know. This is what it's gonna work, and that's just what it is.
I feel like Plan A is like having faith.
You gotta have faith.
And hope is like Plan B and C. You know, faith is like knowing that the shit's gonna work. You know, without a doubt, without even seeing. You know, so yeah, I feel like that right there. Plan A is having faith in what your purpose is in life.
And people was calling me crazy, or like, you just gotta be realistic. You gotta be realistic about this. You gotta be honest with yourself. I am being honest with myself. Some people might not like it, but at the end of the day, this is my plan A. So it is what it is. They could take it or leave it. But I know for a fact, it might not be tomorrow. It might not be 2 or 3 days from now. But this plan A is you gonna see why. Like I kept going with this.
And before we started this interview, we was just talking about like how do you know what your purpose is, and we talked about the chastisement of your dreams in your head. Can you go into that?
Like it take a minute. Sometimes it take a minute to know what your purpose is. Gotta tell you what your purpose is. You gotta listen to it. You might have found your purpose and you probably just brush it aside. But if you just take the time out and listen and pay attention to the signs, you already know that it's that one thing that's gonna keep you up at night. It's that one thing that you think about while you at work. It's that one thing while you sleep. It's that one thing while you at the gym. It's just something and when you're not doing it, you're gonna feel empty inside. You're gonna feel a void. You're gonna feel like something missing in your life. And I feel like if it's that thing, that's your plan A, and you need to do anything that you can to take care of it and fulfill it, and fulfill it out.
I got the privilege to actually listen to the tracks before we did this interview. It sounds different from the last one. It sounds like you kind of honed in and kind of actually, roughed out the edges and actually honed in on these beats. The other project, it was good, like I said, but it felt like you kind of catered to different genres all throughout the whole project. But this project, it kind of seemed like you kind of stayed on one track, and they all seem like bangers. So what can the audience expect on this album?
That shit to knock. That's all I've been chasing is just I know my beats was good, but it was just always something missing out of my beats, and then I felt like it was that bounce. As soon as on these beats, as soon as you play on these shits gonna have your head rocking. If not, come holler at me. But I know for a fact, like I said, you gotta experiment, you gotta study, and that's what I do. Like my time off between this, I look at tutorials, I mess around, I watch videos, and I get inspired. And I think my main thing on this one is keep it simple, but make sure if it's simple, it'll mean something. Like simple, sometimes less is more.
While making this project, what instruments or software did you use?
FL Studio gang all day, nothing else. FL Studio from start to finish. And some of the I ain't gonna put the sauce on there, but all of this stuff is authentic. I ain't use no loops. All of this stuff is made. All of this stuff is real through and through.
So with this album or project being done, who do you see on the album? What rappers? It could be local artists, or it could be big name artists. Who do you actually visualize yourself being on some of these tracks?
It's a few. Like I was trying to keep up with some. I'm 30 now, so the artist is changing, so you gotta kind of like tap in with the newer generation. So I was listening to like Tisa Korean, Rob 49, what's brother name? Nino Pay hard as hell, and I just came across this one artist named Lil Tony. He relied be sliding on that, so I took all they sounds and I built off of them. I could hear like YTB Fat on some of these, Boss Man D-Lo. So I took all the hit makers and I just try to just build off of them.
So with all that being said, when is this shit gonna drop, bro?
Next week. Whole time I'm trying to get it out between the next 7 days, so just be on the lookout. I already started the rollout for the promo and the preview, so within the next 7 days, Plan A Volume 2 gonna be out.
Alright, okay. So that concludes our interview, Will. And as always, man, get on point with HumbleShooter.